Neat changes in DocuSign recently that you guys have asked for and they finally listened. Up until now, groups of forms were only created by the Market Center leadership. So only people with an admin account could go in and group forms together. Depending on the Market Center you're in, you're either grouped by different types of GAR forms, or they have buyer forms, or they have particular buyer packets, things like that. Now they have actually changed the name. They're packets. And they are actually able to be created individually as well. Now, be careful when you create a form packet, you cannot share it with another person. So if you're on a team and you create a form packet under your DocuSign, it is only going to be in your DocuSign. So in order to do that, you're going to go into your DocuSign rooms, you're going to go into your dashboard just like this, and up here at My Documents, just click on that. You'll see under here my form packets. Now all of these have been created within the Market Center that I'm a part of. These were created by leadership. So when I go into my DocuSign room, I can pull forms from these different form groups. It'll add all those forms in there. However, if you do a new packet, and think about it in terms of alphabetical, you might want to put a number next to it, your name, something to distinguish it through all those other form packets that are in there, just so you don't get confused. So I'm going to put a 1, my name, and then I'm going to call this my listing packet. And I'm going to continue. And I'm going to select which library I want to pull it from. And right now I want to pull it from my GAR forms. And I want the exclusive seller listing agreement, but not, make sure it is not the commercial one. See, if you see the CF01, that is the commercial listing agreement. So you want the F101. And then I also want to get the seller disclosure. It's actually sellers. And I want the 301. I want to make it required. And then I want the community association disclosure. So I want that one. Then I'm going to hit save. And you'll see that there are 3 forms in there right now. And I have 3 templates available, so that's a separate thing that you can do with these, is create templates that you can auto apply to the different forms. However, I also want to add an additional form, because now in the Market Centers you do need to have the ABAD, or the Affiliated Business Arrangement Disclosure, I believe is what it's called. Ours is found in the KW181 file. Typically the Market Center files like that are in the individual files. So it's either going to say KW181, KW315, or KW365, I believe. Or 367, excuse me. So Roswell, Chat North, and North Atlanta. So I would use selected, and in Arden Market Center it is called this final ABAD Windward Exhibit Buyer Signature Only. We are going to make it required. And then I would just add that in as well. So now my listing packet has these 4 forms in it. They're going to go in each and every time. Now, if you wanted to have a listing packet that was for homes built before 1978, where you automatically throw that lead-based paint disclosure in, you can do that as well. So it's in there, it's saved. I'm going to close out. So you'll now see mine is up at the very top. So what that's going to look like when you go into a room, and I'm going to do something that I tell everybody never, ever, ever to do. I'm going to create a room directly from DocuSign Rooms. The reason I say never do this is it will not link back to your command, so you'll never have it connected. So if you're doing this to have forms for a particular opportunity, you always want to start that transaction from command and go into DocuSign Rooms, not the other way around. I'm doing this just for demonstration purposes. You click New. I don't really want all that. We're going to do a test room packets. I am the agent owner. I'm going to be the list side. It's located in the United States, yes. And it's going to open me up into my rooms. I'm going to go into my documents. I'm going to click Add, DocuSign Forms. And then up here under the packets, you're going to see all of those packet libraries. Mine's at the very top. There are my forms. I just hit that select all. If I wanted to apply a template, I could. Go ahead and apply my template. Hit add selected. And all of those forms just dump right into your room without having to search for them each and every time. So take a few minutes, go in, create all your packets. You can do one for buyer, different types of loans. You could do buyer conventional, buyer VA, buyer FHA, buyer all cash. In this case, it would be the no financing contingency exhibit, which would you use rather than the all cash. They renamed it this year. You could do any of those types of, you could do a lease listing, you can do tenant forms, you can do all of those different types of packets to make it easier for you. Just remember to name them something that's going to be able to catch your eye and make it identifiable to you, and I hope this helps you guys out. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.